Hey guys, Griffin right here. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded. I'm sorry about that, but I'm here to talk about Destiny 2. It's been out for about a month now. I've put about 180 hours already into the game. 100 hours being into my Hunter, 45 hours being into my Warlock, and about 37 into my Titan. As you can see, they're pretty high levels, so I kind of know what I'm talking about, just to give you a little disclaimer on everything. So, also, actual disclaimer. There are going to be spoilers. There are going to be things I talk about the storyline. There's going to be things that I talk about PvP and PvE and all that. But another little thing, this is a PvE review. Strictly PvE. Nothing about PvP just yet. I'm going to do another video on that. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is Destiny 2's story. It's very good, mainly because we didn't have one back in D1. But, granted, it is good. It has a beginning, a middle, and end. It has a protagonist and antagonist, supporting characters, Failsafe, Asher, Sloan, and it's so good. Like, the first impression of this story is so good. I loved meeting everything. I loved going to Nessus, Io, Titan. Everything was so beautiful. Everything looked really good. Like, the graphics are updated heavily and great. Particle effects are so beautiful in this game. But the story is just so good until you get to the end game. Until you start thinking back in retrospect. Like, my biggest plot point, or plot hole, I should say, is why did we get our light so fast? Didn't they advertise, fighting for your light? Making sure you get your light back? Trying to fight Gaul to get your light back? You fight Gaul with your light, not fight Gaul to get it back. It didn't make any sense in retrospect. If they just waited until the end of the EDZ storyline, I think that would have been perfect, making Earth more intense that way. Not having your light for an entire planet, that's just scary as shit, Like, you can't die, you can't do anything. Like, if you die, you're dead. And since we got our light back, it was just so sudden and just like, oh yeah, we're fucking badasses again. Like, no, I'd rather, have a struggle in the beginning. Like, I know that sounds really weird. Like, yeah, it's fun to have our powers and everything and have our grenades and our melees and our new class abilities and our new subclasses, but I'd rather have that intense moment on Earth where you're fighting for your light and trying to make sure that you do not die. It felt very just pushed on us that it's like, here's your new subclass, here's your new abilities, learn them, use them throughout the entire storyline. It just didn't seem right. And then in the middle, where we're trying to go to Nessus and find all the Vanguard, that was probably the best part of the story, in my opinion. The beginning and the end were a little shaky in retrospect, but the middle was really good for me. I liked the going to different planets, meeting new people, doing quests for them, making sure that the planet doesn't get destroyed, or like make sure that we get the plans for the Almighty. And then we get to the end, where we have to fight Gaul. My friend describes it as Gaul's hissy fit as the boss fight. The very end of the storyline is Gaul's hissy fit because he didn't get his light and he has to sacrifice himself. A lot of my friends said they wish Gaul was the raid boss, to be completely honest, instead of Emperor Callus. That would have just made Gaul a little bit more scary. Like, oh shit, we haven't killed him yet, but the entire raid is having to kill him. And we don't even get to see Gaul in action. We only see him in cutscenes, and we only see him in the end where we have to kill him, It just didn't feel... He didn't feel badass. Like, I remember when in the beta, I was like, holy shit, Gaul just gave me fucking chills. Like, Gaul made me scared. Like, just like, you're an animal, you don't know what death is, you lost your fear of death. That was a good fucking speech, and it made me like, holy shit, this dude's not fucking around. And then we get D1, and we only see him in cutscenes, and we only see him at the end of the game. It's a minor, like, little thing, but I just really wish Gaul was a little bit more involved in why we had to kill him and why we wanted to kill him, other than just like, oh yeah, he's gonna destroy the sun and he's taking our light, The other things I'm gonna talk about is the clans, the new subclasses, quests, and patrolling. They fucking blew my mind with the new patrols. I love the fact that public events aren't just fucking random anymore. That makes it so much easier, makes it so much nicer. Speaking of clans, Clans have been updated immensely. I love the new clan system, getting rewards for doing shit, making sure your clan levels up to get even more rewards. You get Crucible Nightfall rated trials, engrams, and it's just free. It's more free loot. It's so good. The UI and the HUD were just updated so immensely too. I remember seeing the HUD for the gameplay reveal and I was like, holy shit, dude, that looks so fucking nice. Like, look at it. It's just so good. It's nice and sleek. And then with the UI, with the menu, you don't get kicked out of it anymore. I remember people always complaining, don't fucking kick me out of my goddamn menus. I remember that. I remember seeing Reddit posts on that. I remember seeing fucking posts everywhere on Twitter, Instagram, and shit like that. Just stop kicking me out of my menus. And we don't get that anymore. It's so nice. Everything's so much more intuitive. It's just, they improved in a lot of areas and also downgraded in a bunch of areas. With patrolling, I like the patrols, and that's really good. The new subclasses, that's the other subject I was going to talk about. Oh my god, I'm falling in love with Dawnblade. Like, you see me using it right now. I'm using Sunbracers and Dawnblade, and holy shit, that grenade is so good with Sunbracers. And I've been using Starfire Protocol with the fusion grenades, and holy shit, dude, getting your entire Rift energy back just killing a little small piddle enemy, it's just insane. It's so good. Like, Dawnblade is so good. I used to ignore this subclass mainly because I thought it was weak, I thought it was bad. I wanted my self-res back because I was a little bitch. But now that Dawnblade has these exotics that just make it so much more fun, I just love using Dawnblade now. And like the abilities, like the Icarus Dash and the little like cool little fall, like hero fall that they do that regains you fucking health, it's so good. Like that class is so good. And then with Hunters, I don't really use Arcstrider. I'm not a big fan of it. I do like the combos. I do like the butterfly kick you can do. The combos with Arcstrider is really cool. But it's just, I just don't like, I never really liked Arcblade. Never really did. I just don't like the Arc class for Hunters. They've always been kind of to me. I like Night Stalker and Gunslinger. Those are my jam for Hunter. And then with Titans, Sentinel, I like it. It's cool. Like, oh yeah, we actually have a roaming Void Super now, so you can actually get Void kills if there's a quest that, you know, requires Void kills. Because I remember that fucking sucked with Titans, because you'd have to get melee kills and grenade kills, and those were fucking impossible, especially for the swords. You remember the sword quests for Titans? If you chose the fucking Dark Drinker? Yeah, fuck that, you know? But, like, the fact that they did keep Ward of Dawn, but I just don't see anybody using Ward of Dawn. It didn't really, like, seem like we needed it anymore. And I really hope there's a part of, like, either the next raid that comes out or the next, like, Nightfall that where we need Ward of Dawn, because it just doesn't seem useful anymore. I want to go to a little bit to the cons. There's a bunch of clipping, and there's a bunch of, like, areas where it just seems like they didn't give a shit. Like, here, I'll give you some examples right now on the screen. There's this one where, like, this taken wall is off just a little bit. This one on IO where, like, you can see under the fucking floor. There's a spot where you can go under the fucking map in the Almighty. It's just, there's so many areas where it just felt like they just didn't give a shit enough to fix it. Also, talking about cons, the exotic RNG. The exotic RNG is pretty ass, to be completely honest. I've been getting a lot of duplicates. Like, this Sunshot is probably my 5th Sunshot. I've gotten 4 Borealises. My friend's gotten 5 Skyburners Oaths. The RNG is just so bad with the exotics. It seems like it's more geared to giving you duplicates than actually giving you something new. Because last night, I just got the Nezarec Sin. And 2 nights ago, I just got the Dune Marchers after getting, you know, 5 Crest of Alpha Lupies and shit like that. The exotic RNG needs to be fixed, to be completely honest. I'd rather have the system where they give you everything new right off the bat and just make everything so much more exciting, and then you start getting duplicates. And then you're like, okay, I don't need this anymore, or I need this for infusion fodder, instead of being like, well, I have this already, but do I need to infuse it? Blah, blah, blah. Like, or what if I get the other exotic and it's not a high level? You know, like, I'd rather just get everything new right off the bat. But that might not work, so I can see, like, kind of where that would, like, fucking suck. But I don't know. Exotic RNG is pretty shit right now, to be completely honest. The raid We'll get to the raid later. There's a little clip I'm saving for you guys for the raid. And with the end game, I've done every milestone in one night on Tuesday. Like, it's really easy. The raid is basically becoming short for me. Not trying to brag, but the raid is just, it's just a bunch of, like, do this, do that, call out the right thing, make sure you get the right thing, you know? And it's just not, I don't know. The end game is just kind of getting kind of boring. That's why I'm starting to really, really enjoy the PvE for this, or PvP, excuse me, for this game. So, like, the bugs, it's just, the misadventures are so stupid, because you just basically die of a heart attack sometimes. Or the phalanx's physics are just so stupid. Right now, this game, like I said, it's good in some spots, and it's bad in some others. They've improved, it's basically taken one step forward, two steps back sometimes. But, I love this game. Nothing will stop me from playing it. Unless, like, you know, there's literally nothing to do anymore. So right now, in about 20 seconds, I'm going to show you an area where I was like, do they just not give a shit? If you go to Nessus, and you go to this certain spot in the map, right here, the Wall of Flame and the Anchor, if you find that area, remember in the beta, everyone's like, oh, this door looks like the Vault of Glass. If you go in there, it's finally open. I'm pretty sure the reason why it's open is because of an adventure. I don't do the adventures mostly. So me and my friends decided, you know what, why not go in there, you know, why not explore and all that. We found a pretty cool thing. We didn't know what it was about, so we just threw it up to the adventures, because we didn't feel like doing the adventures. I was helping my friend level up at the time. So we found this spot, and I haven't seen any YouTube videos on it yet. I haven't seen anything about it, but I just kind of wanted to shine some light on what the actual fuck did they think. Like, did they not look in this certain area? But to get to there, I'm gonna add a little bit of filler here. It's just, there's also spots where it's just like the game doesn't feel fun anymore. Like when you do all your milestones in one night, like I do, it's just there's nothing to do except for Crucible, or Trials. Or wait for the weekend for Trials, or you know, do the Nightfall endless counts of times, or try to get the right mod and just try to get Glimmer. I forgot about the mod RNG. It's just, the mod RNG is so bad. Like, I haven't gotten the right mods. Like, I've been literally trying to get my my Warlock set up with the right mods on the right armor pieces. And I've been getting, I need Void and Arc, and I just can't find any of that. So right now, I'm gonna show you where we found how to fucking break the fucking map. My friend found it, but I was like, wait, is there a ledge up there? No, it's literally, there's this area where you can clip through. And it makes no sense. Like, why the fuck? What is this? Like, honestly, watch for like a quick second. I get up. I'm like, okay, we can see where we just were. And whoop. And you're out of the map. You can see the Nessus skybox. And everything here has collision. For some fucking reason, everything here has collision. It makes no goddamn fucking sense. And I was just running around, trying to explore, trying to find something. I was trying to get into the room we couldn't get into with that blue shield, and there was nothing. It was just a complete and utter shit show right here. It just didn't make any sense. Fucking fix your shit,
and
dude.
we can't go any further. Like in, it seems like.
See ya, guys.
And this fluid
Wait.
doesn't hurt us, which is the weird part. Because this is the Radiolorian fluid. It's the Vex milk.
It's nuts.
Wait a second. Nope, I can't slide under that. Okay. So it's good to know that the Nessus skybox is an ugly ass fucking sea green.
I can't believe we found this.
Oh, now this one hurts. Okay, cool game. What did that specific part of the Radiolorian? That part hurts you, by the way.
Ah.
For some fucking reason, that one hurts you. Jesus Christ, Bungie. My lord, dude. I found too many fucking clips like this. Where you could just break through the fucking map. Or there's just a non-textured area.
Where'd you go?
Upwards.
Up. I just didn't see where you went up.
Should save the video.
I
We'll save
already,
the clip.
I saved the clip of me going through the rocks. I already did it. What if they put an Easter egg here? What if they put that like intentionally, which I do not think they would do?
Oh, yeah, the wall doesn't go much further past that. 'Cause I just fell.
I'm still up here.
I'm still falling.
Goodbye, Ultrax. There we go.
Oh. Okay.
What is this shit, dude? Like, come on.
Oh, hey, I think you can get over to where I am and still revive me.
What the fuck is this?
It's not even giving me the option to revive. Oh, no, there we go. Never mind. It didn't pop up with the screen prompt. And I just hit square and it let me revive.
Like, what the hell? God. And the fact that this all has collision, too, like, we're able to walk on it and everything.
Yeah, it's a bit odd.
Huh. It won't let me fast travel.
Oh shit.
That means
I
we
got
have to go
further
to
up.
orbit then.
I wonder. No, I don't have enough boost to get up that far.
See, because that's where we came from. That was like the big fall and everything. And damn, dude. Either Bungie just doesn't give a shit anymore, or Bungie just doesn't give a shit anymore.
These things happen.
Yes. Make it to where we can climb all around this exterior with one little fucking find. That doesn't normally happen. Like, especially with a, well, I don't know. In my opinion, this is just really sad.
Yeah, it's odd.
So this is where I'm going to talk about the raid. Holy shit, Callus Stream was fucking broken. Void Room. You can slide over the fucking wall that you have to protect yourself so you won't get sucked in. You can phase through the wall. You can go through the floor. You can get pushed off the edge with nothing. I think the Void Room is the most broken part about this entire raid. Also, there's the Pleasure Garden dogs where they can spot you from a fucking mile away, which makes no sense. There's also a little glitch happen right here. Watch the Centurion for just a split second. Yeah, that's right. He just fucking landed on nothing. Like, what the fuck? It's just so buggy. This raid has so many bugs in it. It's a fun raid, nonetheless. And watch this. I don't get teleported into the room. I don't have any lines telling me I'm about to explode. Nothing. My friend got teleported into the room, but I didn't. I think we figured it out what it was. I think it was a lag spike that happened, and it just fucked with the teleportation, and I wasn't able to teleport in. Stuff about the other parts of the raid, the bathers, when you use a sword, when the bather's coming out, it'll suck you into the pool, which will immediately kill you. I fucking hate that. Like, that shouldn't be a thing. We should just be able to swipe the sword while he's coming out. So I've just been using grenades to kill him. The only part that's really not buggy is the middle, the part where you have to put the flags, and the underbelly. The underbelly can be a little glitchy though with the watchers. The watchers can spot you if you're behind them. It's little things for the underbelly, but the underbelly and the middle part where you have to grab the flag bearers and shit like that, it's a little bit better than the rest of the raid. But with this, we figured out, you know, maybe it's a lag spike, maybe if like the person that's lagging like either leaves or dies. So I was like, okay, maybe it was me that lag spike. So I decided to jump down and kill myself. Nothing happens. He's still stuck in there. I fail to impress. I get revived. Nothing. Nothing happens. I've never seen this ever. Like, not even in any fucking raid video, nothing. They can even shoot the green things. It would happen. He'd get the little orb to pick up. Nothing. He doesn't even get a chance to go. It was the weirdest thing. But I'm not to end it here, guys. I hope you enjoyed my little review of Destiny 2. I love this game. This game is fun, but there are moments where it's kind of dull.